Imagine being such a raging racist that you are concerned about the racial makeup of other couples in regard to the racial makeup of the relationship that you are personally in. And then ask yourself why the Huffington Post has to lay off writers. I'm an Asian woman engaged to a white man, and honestly, I'm struggling with that. Really, what is it about that you're struggling with? Is it the fact that you are part of the most privileged demographic in the United States? And don't take my word for it, I mean, this is what the data says. Asian women and men earned more than their white, black, and Hispanic counterparts in 2017. In fact, as you can see here, Asian women earn on average $903 per week. White men earn on average $795 per week. Is the thing that you're struggling with the fact that you're out-earning your male partner? No! That's not the problem. The problem is that there are too many other white and Asian couples around you in the local area. And that's a problem. Oh God, another Asian girl, white boy couple, I groan, dropping my fiancé's hand. He hates when I do this. No fucking shit. So do I, really. So why do you do it? I know it's unkind and self-loathing, but every time I see another couple of our racial makeup, part of me sinks. We live in San Francisco, if you can believe that, so this dip is as common as the hills. In these moments, I wish we were anything else. That he were my gay best friend, or that we were startup co-founders, that he were Asian and I were white. That we were exquisitely ambiguous races, or that I could sink my feelings into the sidewalk and be a little worm and date whomever I want without considering social perception. Fuck me. Right, get out of San Francisco, apparently, you massive racist. How can you be sat there going, right, you know what, I love my boyfriend, obviously, but there are too many people with the same racial combination in relationships around me, and I'm being socially judged for that. Like, what kind of fucking place is San Francisco, if that's the case? Just, oh God, this is so mind-blowing. What an evil prison to be trapped in your own mind. I can't even imagine why you would care about that. Why would you care? Why would the Huffington Post publish this? Shame is neither the wisest nor most mature part of oneself, but it still has a voice. Stop it, you guys. My shame wants to say to these other couples, can't you see the more of us there are, the worse it looks? Why? Why? It's meaning the prevalent trend of Asian women seeming to end up with white men. It's meaning the perpetuation of Asian fetish. That's right. It's not that your white boyfriend happens to love you. It's not anything about you personally, the individual, the unique characteristics of your personality. No. He just has a fetish for Asian women, and you've played right into it by falling in love with him. What the fuck are we talking about here? Like, what is going on? Why do you care? Isn't it good that the man you love has a fetish for you? Isn't that a good thing? Surely that's what you would want. So they go through how they discovered the term Asian fetish in school. She internalized it. To be attracted to me was to have some sort of perversion. That's nonsense. To be attracted to someone is just to be attracted to them. It doesn't even really matter why you're attracted to them. And my thing is, by saying this, what you're saying is every form of attraction to someone else is a form of perversion. It can't just be normal. Whether you see this person, you think, oh, they're quite hot. For whatever reason, they do it for you. Well, but no. Now you have to become self-conscious about your own race in regards to who you're dating, in regards to the racial makeup of other couples. Well, honestly, all I can describe that as a prison. Even as I forayed into dating this boy, I was put off by much of what he said. My friends weren't wrong about his Asian fetish. I just feel like Asian girls are deeper than other girls, he said to me once. Okay, maybe it literally is that he has a fetish for Asian women. Maybe he doesn't care about you at all. This is interesting. Race-based compliments reveal that when people aren't seeing you as the individual person that you are, but a piece of something. Yeah, but your race is also an individual component of you as an individual. It's part of what makes you up, surely. And I guess to people in San Francisco, this is important stuff. This guy, though, that she's with apparently doesn't have an Asian fetish. He apparently actually genuinely likes her, which means she should really get over the idea of, like, the mixed race comparison fears. I mean, this guy, apparently, you know, he was just talking to her like a normal person. What a fruitcake. I started to consider lifting my relationship ban. She was, like, not going to date for 5 years or something after getting divorced. But, he has a pattern of dating Asian women. Do you know how many Asian girlfriends he's had? He might just have an Asian fetish. What the fuck, I've demanded of him. I've never seen it that way, he insisted. I grew up in Cupertino, so most of my classmates were Asian, and not all of my girlfriends have been Asian, but yes, most, I guess. I just never thought about it. Wow, this colorblind racist didn't even consider the racial makeup of his girlfriends. What kind of person is he? I rolled my eyes at the luxury white men have not to think about race in their daily lives. I, on the other hand, started obsessing over it. I couldn't be the girlfriend of someone who had an Asian fetish, because that would make me complicit in a pattern that was rooted in violence and colonization. You don't get to make these kind of racial victimhood claims when your racial demographic is the most successful racial demographic in the United States. You're not the victim. You're the privileged upper class racially of the United States. You are doing the best. You are not the victim. You do not have to worry about, like, patterns of behavior rooted in violence and colonization. But the thing is, like you say, you were busy trying to be a progressive. Independent woman with an Asian fetish boyfriend did not fit the bill. You don't know that he has an Asian fetish. You're just obsessed with your own race. On the other hand, he hadn't once given me a race-based compliment. God, imagine. Or made me feel anything but respected. I knew him to be a good person, someone who was working on being better every day. That's the kind of partner I wanted, the kind of person who's so hard to find, but you know what, he was white, so he probably just had this fucking yellow fever, didn't he? So I returned to him with homework. You can rationalise your dating history all you want, I said one night in bed. Oh god. Do Asian women have a reputation for being good at pillow talk, by the way, because I feel I'm killing it? Why are you making race-based, like, assumptions like that? If you're so bothered about someone else doing it to you, why are you doing it to yourself? But you can't deny how it looks from the outside, and most importantly, you have to consider how it makes the women you've dated feel. Why? He's not dating them, he's dating you. And apparently you're some sort of massive racist who can't stop thinking about her race and in comparison to everyone else's, even though you could just talk about anything else. Think about how it feels to be one in a line of many women who look like you. How replaceable must that make one feel? How demeaning is that? What? I mean, don't white women look alike in certain ways? Like, you know, like same skin color? Is it because that white people have different color hair that you're like, the Asian women look more like each other or something? I mean, like, all of these women previously were individuals that he had a personal relationship with and that he, like, you know, had to get to know, and they were different in their various ways. And you're saying, well, they look kind of the same, therefore we must be replaceable. I mean, this is you just talking yourself down. Despite his tendency to be defensive, is that one of those hot white guy traits? No, that's what someone feels when you're essentially accusing them of being a racist when they're clearly not. He took my request to step outside of himself seriously. He asked me questions and he listened to my answers. We delved into not only the dynamic between Asian females and white males, as if this is some universal thing that you can just put your finger on and say, well, this is definitely the way because I'm Asian, you're white, and therefore. Even though that was your complaint from the start. Also, unfair portrayals of Asian men throughout history. Why? What's he got to do with Asian men? And the backlash like things like Constance Wu and Chloe Kim have contended with for dating white men. Well, who's like, you know, causing the backlash? Why would anyone care? Apart from, well, I mean, obviously we know why the regressives care, because San Francisco is just filled with these people, apparently. It's an uncomfortable conversation, but we've continued it through the years. And there's no way that he's ever going to end this conversation, is there? You know, you're going to be old people in an old folks' home, and you're still going to be whining about his Asian fetish to him because you can't seem to get over it. The reason we're still together is that I don't know how to. I know I don't have to wrestle with these discomforts by myself, right? So you Right. If we pass 3 couples in a row who are white men and Asian women, I ask, but seriously, why? He won't pretend he didn't see it too. He's making an effort not to leave me alone in the awkward parts of our love, and I'm making an effort not to let go of his hand. We're not perfect, but after I rise from the little dips of shame, I wouldn't want either of us to be anything else. Well, my God, what a fascinating article this was. Maybe you should go and get some therapy about the way that you feel you were treated as a kid by your first white boyfriend, and not project that onto your latest white boyfriend, because he doesn't sound like he's done anything wrong. He sounds like a really great guy, and honestly, he sounds like he'd probably do better.